My name is Robert. My son, who's also Robert, was a Cornerstone youth here from about ninth grade through 12th grade.
I'm Michael. I came to Cornerstone, started when I was 12 years old. I'm 25 now. I've been involved with Cornerstone since I was 12 years old.
I'm Brandon. I started at 12, ended at 18, volunteered for a little while, and I'm now 24.
My name's Nicole Hubbard. I'm 23 and I have 2 kids and live in Elizabethtown. Growing up, I didn't have such a great start in life. I didn't want to really be home a lot, so Cornerstone was somewhere I could do my schoolwork. I was able to have a safe, warm environment with people that could help me even do my schoolwork because I actually had a learning disability then. It was a place where I could learn about God and not feel ashamed to be who I was.
We hadn't lived here in Pennsylvania very long when he first started coming here, so he didn't know a lot of people, didn't have a large base of friends, and I think the one thing that he really took away from here was he started gaining friends that were like-minded and enjoyed the things he enjoyed, and it gave him a place where he fit in. You know, my son went through some challenges in his life, and I think had it not been for John and Cornerstone Youth Ministries, those challenges would have been a lot bigger and maybe a lot more life-altering for him in a less than positive way. But he started seeing more value in things and more value in other people.
It was down in the square right there in town. I used to walk down through that way and see all the time everybody standing outside or going inside this place, and I never knew what it was. I saw it said Cornerstone Cafe on the building. So I walked in, and that was the first experience I had, and I loved it, so I kept going back. We joined a basketball team. We had a youth group basketball team. It was called Cornerstone. But we just went around and played other youth groups, and it was fun. It was probably one of the best times of my life. I remember a lot of things, made a lot of memories. We had practice one night, and we started arguing with each other on the basketball court, cursing, and our coach sat us all down and talked to us about the meaning of God and what God really meant in our lives, and how we need to be able to get along with each other, because if we can't get along with each other, then we're not going to be a good, conducive team together. And I think that was one of the biggest memories for me, was that's how God was able to work in my life.
That same basketball practice, we probably had 10 or 15 minutes worth of practice, and then the rest of it was just a lecture. And if we didn't get our act together, there was not going to be another basketball team. And from that day forth, there wasn't any more fighting, and we came close.
I think the most amazing, this is my first time back in the Cornerstone building in 10 years. And I think the first thing that I noticed is the dedication of John and Lori in making this place when my son was here, it was a little more than a warehouse.
But it was exciting because they actually were telling us about everything that's going to be happening and how it's going to be a lot different. And it was when we came from the small little place in town to this ginormous building. It was actually pretty cool.
This was just an old vacant
Warehouse.
Yeah, it was a warehouse, and all this was just block wall. And then there was a basketball net down there against that door. Yeah,
That's where the Cornerstone basketball team idea came
about. Yeah, we talked about it one time with Jay Wagner, and we tried it out and saw what we could do with it. But this was not nearly any of this.
Yeah, none of the road signs, the shoes, that's all new.
We had actually had an opportunity where John and I think it was Jay, and they actually let us spray paint the entire walls, with names, pictures, just anything we really wanted that was appropriate for the building, and they included us in a lot of what they were going to be doing and making here, which made everyone feel super included and like we were going to be a part of everything that was happening here.
And what the two of them have grown this place into is amazing. And as time has gone by, I hear more and more about this from different kids in the community, from different parents in the community. And I think the one thing that made the most profound impact on me is that when my son was going through his challenges in his life, John was not always there, not only there for him, but John was there for me too.
Something that I took from here was just a lot of it was about God. Like I was able to use God in my life by being able to not feel like I was alone. Here they were able to help teach me to be strong, to learn anything that I wanted and never feel like I couldn't do it. Working at a child care center, a lot of kids come from different places and they come from good homes, bad homes, and I'm able to give that to them now.
To learn what we learned, it wasn't really like physical, but it was more subliminal, the message that we got from Cornerstone and what I took from Cornerstone. But I understood my roots and where I needed to be, and I understood that if I made God a center hold in my life, then that's what was going to guide me the rest of my life. And, you know, I mean, we failed more than once, but it's what made us closer to God, you know.
Robert still lives here in Elizabethtown. He's married to a wonderful young woman who was also a Cornerstone youth. And he struggles a little bit because he has severe hemophilia, but he's getting on with his life and he's finding his footing and making his path in life. He's doing well.